The Miami Dolphins are 9-3 for the first time since 2001.
Dolphins.
I don't remember them being 9-3 post Marino.
Well, 2000.
Jay Fiedler, was he the quarterback?
That could have been there. They had a few years there with him, and that they were competitive, and you thought, ooh, wow, they could be a juggernaut a little bit. And then I feel like as the season went on, they kind of fall apart, and they're kind of like underwhelming in the playoffs.
They haven't won a playoff game in a very, very long time, and right now they're currently the 1 seed in the AFC. They need to be the 1 seed. We've talked about that. You don't want to go on the road to Baltimore.
Right.
You don't want to go to Kansas City.
That's
you don't
right.
want to go to Buffalo.
That's
you
right.
want them to come to you in South Florida on that fast track. Even though it's grass, it's a fast track, and they are hard to beat at home. But there they are, just a little bit ahead on tiebreakers, the Baltimore Ravens as the 1 seed. And yesterday, 45-15, excuse me, if you're not going to cover Tyreek Hill, if you're not going to double him, and I understand the logic, if we devote too many resources to this guy, it opens up the rest of their offense, so let's just take our chances. And you know what? Sometimes when you double him, it doesn't matter. How many times this year have we seen him bracketed and he just runs right through it?
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, it's stopping him is not really realistic. Just containing him, and that they didn't even contain him. In fact, you looked at it and you went, really? I mean, you're just going to let him have the free run of the mill and not even at least like shade the safety over there, right? Scare Tua from maybe like going, oh, there's somebody there. I don't want to really throw this up there. You know, it was only 5 catches. I get that. But when every catch is a home run.
5 for 157 and 2 touchdowns. It's almost the Randy Moss Thanksgiving 98 stat line.
I'm going to say it. I said it last night. I said it on my podcast. The MVP of football is number 10 in Miami. There's no question about it. If you break down
Still
the
5
year,
weeks to play,
I
though.
know, but as we stand here right now, and you're right, we'll see. If he continues what he's doing right now, I don't think it's even a question. You know, I'm a little bit in like, let's just dissect what we talk about on Monday and Sunday night the whole year. And really, other than 1 week the whole year, we're always on the pregame show or on this show going, Tyreek Hill, oh my God, Tyreek Hill. I mean, there's nobody in offense in football that is more valuable to their football team and makes their team different than what Tyreek Hill does for the Miami Dolphins and Tua and everybody. He takes them to a level that is special, what we're watching.
He's unguardable.
Yep.
Whether you put 1, 2, or 3 on him.
Right.
And the other thing he does, and it's so subtle, but it's real.
Yeah.
He adjusts the balls in a way that make the throw look perfect when the throw is not.
He's great at slowing down.
Somebody's talking about that both of the Tua throws were
They said he was covered.
Bullshit. He slowed down and
Right.
adjusted enough that he became covered.
Right.
Let's show both of those again. And it's a subtle little nuanced thing, but you got to watch closely. He moves his body while running full speed just enough to adjust to a ball that wasn't completely on target. Look at this one. Just a little hitch.
Just a little.
Just
but, I mean,
a little.
It's wide open.
But then he's wide open.
Yeah.
He's not covered. But the reason you could say he was covered is because the ball was underthrown a little bit. But he just a little hitch. And this one here, either he looked over the wrong shoulder or it was thrown over the wrong shoulder.
It was thrown over rewind that part there again, because that he makes that look so easy, and that would be like, I mean, receivers I've thrown to in my life, first off, it ain't that easy. He's running basically.
First, watch it. It's a pop fly coming out of his hands.
It's basically a clear out go or post route that ends up being thrown to a corner route, and he just seamlessly turns over the other shoulder and runs and gets it. I mean, that's just it's not as easy as he makes it look. When you're running that fast and going, hey, I want to catch the ball like this. Oh, wait, it's over here, and I'll just boom and catch it, and then I'll catch it and not break stride and run for the rest of the yards for a touchdown. That's where it's out of this world good.
He made the turn, tracked the ball.
Right.
Anybody that's ever tried to do this, you're looking back this way over one shoulder, and the ball's not there. You completely turn your head around and you track the ball, and he took off just a little bit,
speed.
so when it arrived, he was
it's
full
right
speed.
here, and then he can
and,
go.
and somebody said, well, no, Tua deliberately threw it that way because the safety was in the middle. That safety had no freaking chance. Tyreek was gone.
Yeah.
You hit him in stride over either shoulder, and it's a touchdown. And I don't think it was a mistake that after he caught it, he turned back and finished the route the way it was supposed to be run. And the other thing about Tyreek, and look, he's been around a while, and I think he understands the importance of not saying anything that's going to caused Tua to lose any of his confidence. He's
right.
been propping him up from the moment he got traded.
He has.
Most accurate quarterback in all of football. Yada, yada. He doesn't want to say anything.
Still says he's the MVP.
He does. Yeah,
right?
I'm not the MVP. It's Tua.
Right.
Look, he's playing this just right because there's nothing that's going to get Tua, because Tua hears that stuff. And we know the stories from 2021, and you got to handle Tua a certain way.
Yeah.
And Tyreek is handling him exactly the right way.
Right. He's adding to the team's belief in Tua, right? And he doesn't want that to falter because, as we talk about with any great team, when they have a great quarterback, they go onto the field for preparation for the week. They go, we can win because our quarterback's good. So he's not going to let that aura.
It's a very selfless, un-Tyreek approach.
Exactly.
You wouldn't expect him to be that way.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, he's definitely more of a leader and, for lack of a better way to say it, maybe just more mature since he came over to the Miami Dolphins, but blown away. And then the Dolphins, I know they haven't beat a real quality team the whole year, but their defense continues to get better, right? That's the one thing we see here, and it stinks they lost Jalen Phillips in that Black Friday game, but damn, then you saw Andrew Van Ginkel. He kind of fills into that role. He gets pressure on the quarterback, gets the interception return on the little screen pass. Sam Howell tries to throw to the receiver out there. He sticks his hands up, goes and gets it, right? They make so many plays. They're dangerous on both sides of the ball. That's where the Miami Dolphins are going to be a handful, and it's only a matter of time before they beat one of these good teams because they're one of the better teams in football. I don't care what you say, but again, in a year where it's weird, and there's no quarterback taking this conversation by the reins or the horns or however you want to say it, we are watching a special, special season by one of the most special weapons we have ever seen. And the door is open for the first time ever for non-quarterback on the best team to get the MVP and give it to the actual MVP here in Tyreek Hill, who is, the main reason the Dolphins offense is breaking records.
And for the first time ever, a receiver as the MVP. 2 defensive players have won it. Yeah. You know who and when.
Right.
Alan Page in 71.
Lawrence Taylor in 86.
Lawrence Taylor in 86.
Yep.
And a kicker won it, Mark Mosley in 1982.
Amazing.
No receiver has ever won it because when a receiver has a great year, the quarterback gets the credit. And Chris, I think that's going to happen here. Yeah. There's going to be voters who give the credit to Tua and don't understand that Tyreek is the guy who's truly the most valuable player. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.